Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's Andrew with Andrew Lifts, and once again, I'm breaking off with a new topic today about the college football season. Which many of us, always or usually do watch or are motivated to get into about this time of the year. But everybody's wondering, is there going to be a college football season in 2020? And I already know most of people's minds are already made up on their opinion on the season to start. And I just want to touch on that topic today and a couple other news tidbits about that. So earlier this morning, right, stemming from yesterday, the Big Ten, right, one of the Power 5 players, the biggest conferences in college football, decided not to go ahead and play this season. Right, they were the first ones to just call it straight off. They come to agreement that it's not going to be safe enough, right? That was yesterday morning, I believe. And then just not long after, the Pac-12 came about, and their conference leaders have said, hey, we're probably looking at not playing as well. So those are two of the Power 5 top power conferences guys in college football, right? That's names like Justin Fields, right? The most looked at, sought after quarterback coming from here at Georgia of all places, and many other players that won't get to play, and it has been a very, very tough year for sports. It all started when the NBA was canceled back in March. Since then, I think they were the league that did the best at handling coming back. That season looks like it's going fairly well. There have been some players that have had their hiccups. But their situation, they planned it out, they isolated players. But guys, that'd be very tough to implement now into something like college football, okay? But anyways, the Big Ten and the Pac-12 are voting today on whether they're going to move forward with the season or they want to look at other potential scenarios for spring football, okay? And I mean, there's a lot of options they could do going into spring, like a shortened season, late season, and 7, 8, 9, 10 game season shortened out. And I think there's some potential to that. Just like the MLB is doing, because that these kids came out, they worked hard, they played for their 3 years just to get to this moment, and some of them not even being able to play. One of the biggest seasons of their career. This is going to affecting guys that go in the NFL, even guys. Just so I know the momentum shift of their swing and their practices, but, it's life, unfortunately. We just can't predict, no one predicted this. So what does that mean for those two conferences and the other three? Well, literally, guys, it's hard to play out a realistic schedule when pieces of your schedule was stemming from those two power conferences, right? So we're just gonna have to see what happens on that timetable through today being Tuesday and the rest of the week, and we'll see what happens. But that's what the conference leaders are deciding now. What's happening on the player perspective is I just saw on Twitter this morning, there was quite an update on a lot of players stemming that wanted to be playing. Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, numerous guys, SEC, I'm in the South, a lot of SEC guys, I know, are trying to get up and want to get the season rolling. But having been an athlete myself, it's it just would be tough to get that season rolling where a roster can have up to 105 players on their team at one time, and then logically them not going to play if they're tested positive. I mean, we've already seen what happened in the MLB as far as when the teams are not being able to have a bubble effect, or isolation of their players. We've already had the Phillies, the Cardinals, and the Marlins test positive. All of them had to postpone and reschedule their games. And guys, that season has been going on for less than a month. So, I mean, we could only plan and think about what could happen for college football. But I just think it was really poor planning in the forefront of things. Similar to the NFL in this range. But, I mean, it was just tough to plan for, It's something that's very tough to plan for. So we'll just see what happens. And it looks like a short simulated spring might be better, depending on how the outlook of everything and how the majority of the country's health is looking. But for right now, guys, I guess it's time to finally catch up on Tiger King if you hadn't seen it already. It was an interesting season to watch that, or just load up on your movies and series till then. I think it looks like the direction we're heading. But anyways, be sure, I usually post fitness content. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button if you're into working out, or just improving your diet, right, for the long term. I post a video every Tuesday and Thursday. I like to deliver brand new, unique content for you guys. So be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Have a great week.